Okay. So here we are then, we're at RAF Bryce Norton. First of all, now this is not a third party airfield, this is just a standard. There is no third party available for RAF Bryce Norton. So we're going to start from here like all good RAF flights do. Tonight we're going to do a tour of some of the third party RAF bases that I've managed to download, all available for free from flightsim.to. As we get to the bases, I'll give you a little talk about the actual base itself and tell you who made it as well. And obviously, like I say, they're all available on flightsim.to. So, give you a quick show around after we'll just get this startup done. Right, okay, so the flight itself then, we're going to start from Bryce Norton and we're going to head out to RAF Northolt, which is just north of Heathrow. Now Northolt was, I believe, a Polish fighter base in World War II. Like I say, it's airfield just north of Heathrow. I think it's used now, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's actually used now for the Royal flights. So the RAF BAE 146 or whatever it is that the Royals fly on, that's based out of there. So I think that's something you can see out of there. There's also private flights that do go to that field. From Northolt, we're then going to head up to Coningsby, which is obviously the home of the Eurofighters, and then we're going to make our way up to RAF Leeming, over to Valley, where you can pretty regularly see the red arrows, and then down south finally to RAF St Morgan, which is also Newquay Airport. Now these are all third party, apart from Bryce Norton. These were all made third party by people. I'll give you the name of the people as we get to the airport, and as I say, they are available on flightsim.to. Hey Britton, how's it going, mate? Okay, let's just get some basics in here. We're gonna, we'll stay at 10,000. Now the flight date has been updated for this, so hopefully it flies a little bit better than it did the other day. But we will see. Yeah, we'll keep that as it is. Right, let's get taxiing then. I don't know if the turn's been made any better, we'll soon find out. Lights have been updated as well. Let's see if we've got the beacon here. Okay, no, the beacon has actually been moved, which is a good thing. The lights have been moved into sort of the correct place. You can see there the lights on the wheels, which is good. The beacon should be up here, but I don't know where it is right now. Let's just have a look if it's on inside. Okay, that's fine. As long as it's not in my face like it was last time, I'm happy with that. No Britain, no VATSIM tonight, unfortunately. There was an issue with the VATSIM network earlier, so I planned my flight without it. I think it'd be better to do it this way anyway, without the without the interference. This is just a third-party tour. Let's see how this is turning right now. So it seems... Okay, no, if you fully lock out, it still causes issues. But we'll taxi straight out, ignore the ground crew. Yeah, it's still quite a difficult turn. Not too bad though, it is better than it was. Okay, so as I said, this is RAF Bryce Norton. This is the standard RAF Bryce Norton that comes with the game. No one has done a third-party mod for Bryce Norton just yet, which is a shame because it is the busiest RAF airbase in the UK. As I say, we'll start from here simply because pretty much all RAF flights do start from Bryce Norton. It is a very busy airbase. You regularly see the C17s, A400s, C130s, Voyagers, and occasionally fighter planes come in, as well as Apaches, interestingly enough. Okay, so we'll get on the runway here. Northolt's only a short hop away, just north of London Heathrow. So we'll make our way over to there once we're airborne. Okay, away we go. Let's see how this thing's doing now. We've got a caution, but we'll acknowledge that. Send it away. Not interested in warnings tonight. Go. Bit of a jolt there as we left the runway. We'll go gear up. Evening, David, how's it going? So we're doing a tour of the third-party RAF bases that are available tonight. Some of them anyway, not all of them. We've just started off out of Bryce Norton, and the first stop is going to be Northolt. Quad 7, I don't know what that one is, Peter. What's that one? I know 7500 is hijack. I don't know what Quad 7 is. Good stuff. Good to see you again, David. Okay, so we'll see how we go manual flying for a bit. Make our way over to Northolt. We're not going to do any ILS landings tonight. See about getting the speed up. There we go, something kicked in then, I don't know what it was, but the speed just started jolting forward, look at that. Ah, okay. Try and maintain that speed. Okay, so on our way towards RAF Northolt now. We're going to climb to a max of 10,000. Get the range on 40 miles there. That speed seems to be a little bit all over the place. So you can see RAF Northolt's already in the range at 40 miles there. So as that gets closer, we'll just maintain this altitude for now. There's no point really climbing up to 10 to then drop down again. So we're on our way to RAF Northolt. This is a Polish fighter base during the war, and as I said earlier, it's now used as a private airfield as well as hosting some RAF flights, including the flights for the Royals, I believe. So the Royals fly out of RAF Northolt on the BAE 146, that little 4-engined aircraft. Jason, I just don't stream any at the moment, mate. This is the only game I really stream right now. So making our way into Northolt, let's just have a look which way the runways are directed. Is that Northolt there? EG Whiskey Uniform. So there it is. It's not going to come up on the map, which is brilliant. Okay, we'll just keep going this way then. I play Postscriptum, Squad. Hang on. Got a bit of a dive on here. So yeah, Postscriptum, Squad, Star Wars Squadrons, Star Wars Battlefront 2, IL2. That's about it at the moment. I'm waiting for Battlefield 6 coming out. Whenever that'll be. Hopefully it'll be decent. It can do, Peter, but I've not selected RAF Mildenhall for the flight plan tonight, mate. So tonight we're going to Northolt, and then we're heading up to Coningsby, and then we're going to Leeming, and then Valley, and then finally St Morgan. No, Jason, I don't play Truck Sim, mate. Sorry. Not my type of game, that. Okay, that could be Northolt ahead there. We might have to do a loop of the airfield to get acquainted with the way the runway is orientated. David, I appreciate that, mate. A lot of people would tell you otherwise. Okay, let's have a look. So I'm sinking a little bit too much. We don't really want to sink at the moment. What I will do though is I'll get the flaps down. That's going to make the overspeed sound in a second. There it is. Ooh, she's jolting.
2500.
Yeah, Adam, so if you look for the one with the blueprints, so it's basically a white background piece of paper and it looks like blueprints, use that one. Okay, and then I've also got a personal fix from a friend who has fixed the wheels because the wheels clip through the ground. But yeah, definitely use the one that looks like blueprints, Adam. Otherwise the lights are all over the place and the flight model's all over the place. The weight is all over the place. You get the picture. So I can't remember the name of the guy who re-released it. But definitely the one with the white background and drawn on. I appreciate it, David. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. I do try and use VATSIM normally. Today I've avoided VATSIM because there was a bit of an issue with the network earlier on, so I don't want to risk having it crash the crash the game at all, because the game's quite sensitive, as we know. Okay, we might actually be lined up to a runway already here. I'm definitely going to have to do some loops around to see. It looks like we are coming straight on. That could be a room. No, that's the road. Okay, not sure where it is. So, RAF Northolt first that we're heading to now. This is a third-party add-on made by Gobby, available on flightsim.to. When we get there, we'll be able to actually see how it is. So all we're going to do is we're going to do a very short stop at all of these airports. Northolt, I believe, is near near Twickenham, near the rugby stadium. Okay, some of those buildings are looking a bit blocky. I just need to check that data is set on. Sometimes it turns itself off. Sweet, there we go. Okay, so RAF Northolt first of all. When we do eventually find it, that is. I'm struggling to see it right now. Let's just check the range. 10 miles out. That could be it there, that's why. Is that it? It's very much in the wrong place if it is. This little marker here that the game's put in is obviously wrong. So that's Northolt there, I assume. Let's just double check that. I'm going to have to get on Google Maps for this. To check I'm looking at the right thing now. That's pretty big. Looks like it could be Heathrow. Okay, let's just get the map open. Yeah, that's Heathrow there. So where is Northolt? That's the question. There it is! Yeah, we're going in for it. So there's Northolt. Okay, 07. So we'll come in from this direction. We'll come in from the northeast. That's fine. Right, we'll keep the speed as is. We'll go flaps 2. Bring it round now. Over London here. So over Greater London. Outskirts area. I'm pretty sure Twickenham is nearby. I'm not very savvy with actual London itself. I'm a northern lad. Okay, but it's quite a short runway. We're going to land at Northolt. As I say, it used to be an RAF fighter base for a Polish squadron. So we'll come down. We'll head out a little bit. Is that Twickenham there? That's it there. That's Twickenham, I believe. So we're getting a little bit of a sightseeing tour as well as we come in over London here. Obviously you've got London City over there, but there's the Twickenham Stadium, I think. Okay, let's get a turn on. Okay, luckily we're in an RAF flight today, so we don't have to worry about passengers too much. The soldiers know what they signed up for. Trust me. I've been on plenty an RAF flight that's been very uncomfortable. So I'm here to simulate real world RAF flying today. Whereabouts in Wales are you from, David? I lived near Cardiff for a while. Last 3 years. I've probably asked you that before, actually. Okay, so here we go. Coming into RAF Northolt now. This is the first stop on our RAF base tour. Nice one, Stu. Hey, Ben. Yeah, it's always expensive, buddy. It's always expensive. Let's drop the speed a bit. Ooh, we got a sink rate on there. We're coming in close to these buildings. Still all right on the pappy lights though. Gear it down.
100.
Here we go then. Coming in. Runway 25, RAF Norfolk.
30, 20, 10.
Quite a short runway. Okay, so this is the first stop then. This is RAF Norfolk, and it's a third-party add-on made by Gobby, available on flightsim.to. So we'll have a quick look around as we're here. So what I'll do is I'll just taxi to the left. They get a look at that side. It's pretty basic. That side, some closed-off hangars and random buildings. So we'll go around to the left and have a look at the detailed side of the airport, or the better detailed side of the airport. I've not actually flown to this airbase before, so I couldn't tell you what it was like in standard, but normally these stock smaller airfields like this, they have lights in the wrong place, taxiways in the wrong place, buildings in the middle of taxiways, and it's kind of madness. You see he's put a fence line in there as well, which is always a nice little add-on to have, and obviously he's put these taxiway lights on nicely leading up to the actual terminal side of the airbase. And David, yeah, I know Caerphilly alright. I've been on a few dog walks up Caerphilly Mountain. Beautiful cheese as well from Caerphilly, beautiful cheese. Hey Stephen, yeah, I'm good mate, thanks for asking buddy. Hope you're good too, man. Okay, so you see most of these buildings here, these will all be added by Gobby himself. He'd have either modelled these or used the models made by someone else and brought them over. But this is RAF Norfolk. First stop on our tour, we're just going to go right on through. Oh, what's that? There's an aircraft there. It looks like it could be a Tornado. Let's get a bit closer and have a look. As I say, this is all stuff added by Gobby. Oh, it could be a Buccaneer actually. Yeah, I believe that's a Buccaneer. If anyone can correct me if I'm wrong, but that is a old Buccaneer fighter. Quite a big aircraft, the Buccaneer. Considering it was a single man. Pretty sure it was single man anyway. Okay, we're going to head out over there. And we're going to do the loop. David, the add-ons are free. So these are all free add-ons off flightsim.to. It's just a free download. All you do is you download it and put it in your community folder. And then it just appears in-game. These are made by third-party creators, a lot of them just first-time hobbyists. Some of them, as you'll see as we get to the later aircraft, airports like RAF Valley, they're almost professional standard. Some of them, and they're all free. It's amazing. Valley especially is one of the better third-party airports available, and you'll see why when we get there. I think that's the fourth. Yeah, that's the fourth stop on the tour. So next we're going to go up to Coningsby. Coningsby, again, really good airport made by Ian McKellen. But this one, RAF Norfolk, made by Gobby. We're going to make our way up to Coningsby now, the home of the Eurofighters. But yeah, it's great that these guys do this stuff for free. It really adds to the game, and I guess they just enjoy making these things, which is why they do it. It's the same as the guys who make the liveries for the aircraft. Oh, there's another jet there, so I'm just gonna put the parking brake. I've just seen a jet over there. I'm gonna have a look. It might be the Royals 146. So let's go and have a look quickly. Just get the drone camera on. Okay, that's really not quickly. It was really slow. Drone speed, there we go, right. What is it? No, it's not a 146. That's a bit strange. It's probably a fire, it's supposed to be a fire model, but it's just been put in as a regular longitude. Okay, so we'll just have a quick look around the other side of the airfield before we head off up towards Coningsby. You can see he's putting a little bit of extra detail here, these trucks, things like this. These hangars as well. But I think most of the attention... Oh no, he's got some yellow lorries here, little quarry vehicles. And what's these, caravans and vans? Yeah, he's done a good job. It's a basic edition, mainly empty sort of building structures, things like that. But it does make a difference, and it brings these airfields to life. And the main thing for me is the fence lines. Like, I love it when they add fence lines like this. So okay, well that's not the best example. Over here, there was a fence line. Is it on this side as well? Yeah, there we go. So he's done a little fence line going around some of the perimeter of the airbase. It does make a difference. Right, okay, let's get back to the cockpit then. And we'll just taxi onto the runway and get ourselves off towards Coningsby. So we took off from Brise being the standard in-game Brise. There's no third-party content for Brise at the moment. I have been asking a few people if they'll make it. No one seems to be willing to take on the challenge just at the moment, which is a shame. Okay, we might... This is a really short runway. Let's get reverse thrust on, try and back up a little bit. Hey Luke, how's it going, buddy? Oh, it's going back really fast. It shouldn't be going that fast. Oh man. Spinning out almost. Right, okay. Not sure what was going on with the view control then. Alright, I'm going to apply the brake and we're going to go flaps a little bit more there, maybe not quite 30. Yeah, we'll go 20. Flaps 20. Here we go. Engine's full. Might get a bit of sway on this takeoff. Once the engines are fully stabilised there. Once it's still, we're going. And it's still. Here we go then. Okay, around 200 knots for takeoff in the C17. We're going to go depart to the east, so we'll take off and turn left here. Very short runway. Here we go. We're going to try it anyway. Okay, we're up. We are up. Getting a bit of lag there at the end as well. Okay, I've already put the landing gear up, stop telling me. Okay, so depart out to the east here. We did go heavy flaps to allow us to take off with less speed. And that's going to slow us down a little bit now. Okay guys, if you are watching this and you do want to join in, I have got all players on, as you can see, all players everywhere at the moment. We're going to get a little bit of lag here at the moment because we are in London. It's always a bit laggy in London, especially with all players on. So if you do want to join in on the flight, feel free to jump in. I'm on the Western Europe server, currently flying out of RAF Northolt and heading towards RAF Coningsby. Okay, so there's Northolt from the air. We are getting quite heavy lag spikes here. It's just the scenery around London, it's just a little too much. Okay, we're going to go flaps off. Need to bring the nose down a little bit. Slow this climb to get the speed up. Okay, we don't really want to dive just yet though. Ease back on the throttle, try and keep it around 300. Okay, happy day. So we got a good climb. And the speed's rising as well, which is always great. Alright, so Coningsby's a little bit further out. Not sure what's going on with the textures here. Is annoying. We seem to have lost the blue lighting as well in here, unless they're just not on. No, we've got blue lights. Let's, the textures in the cockpit is going to give me a fit. I'm going to have a fit with this thing. It's killing my eyes. Okay, never mind. Right, so there's 10,000, we'll try and hold. It does like to climb, this aircraft, so it might be difficult to hold the altitude a bit. There we go, so I'll hold there, speed down. We're on 40-mile range, let's have a look then. Coningsby next. Still heading north out of London. Coningsby there around Lincoln Way. So about double the distance we're just done to get to RAF Northolt. So Coningsby was done by Ian McKellar. Sorry, Ian McCartney. Ian McKellar. So Ian McCartney. He actually did this one for Flight Sim X, I believe, or one of the other flight sims anyway, and then he imported it over. There are two Coningsbys available. There is another one with a little bit more ground detail. For instance, it's got the Battle of Britain Memorial flight in there. But Ian McCartney's version of Coningsby is just so much more detailed in terms of the buildings. Everything just looks a lot crisper, and it's really a joy to go to this airfield. So I'm quite excited to share this one with you. This is one of the better ones. So as I say, there's some real professional standard freeware out there, and this is one of them. This really is. It's a great little add-on. And as I say, it's absolutely free from flightsim.to. This is RAF Coningsby we're going to head to next. Hey Matt, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I hope you are as well, buddy. Gene, thank you very much. I'm glad you think so. Okay, so it seems pretty difficult to hold an altitude with this aircraft. It's the 747, let's not forget, reskinned. The flight model's been updated a little bit. But it is a little bit up and down, as you can see. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. I'm going to try and hold it, but it'll require constant tweaks up and down looking at it. Oh man, congratulations, mate. The whole world's going to change. from what I understand, anyway. Have you got any kids already, or is it your first one? Okay, so skirting above at 10,000. We are above these clouds at the moment. I'm gonna drop down. So we'll go air brakes on, and we're gonna drop down in altitude, just to below the cloud level. Ah, there you go. Then you'll be all right. You know what you're doing. Nothing's gonna be a surprise to you then, hopefully. Okay, so coming down through the cloud here now. Once we're through the cloud, we'll try and level off. Might be difficult though. Okay, there we go. We'll call it there. That's a good place. It's a good place to be. So we'll climb just a little bit more. We're just bouncing below the cloud there, which is quite nice actually. It's a lovely little view we got there. Hey Ben, yeah, I think we'll be flying. Near Halifax today as we go over to Leeming. Yeah, we'll be flying nearish. Yeah, roundabout up to Leeming there, skirting around the Leeds and Manchester areas as we come back down towards Valley as well. Okay, so well on our way towards Coningsby now. We maintain this altitude in the big, beautiful C17. It is flying a lot better, I have to say. It flies a lot better than it did the other day. It feels like it's actually responsive. It's doing what I want it to do, kind of. And that flashing texture's gone away. Let's try and get these lights on. I can't remember where the there we go. I know. So that's put on some of the blue lights. I don't know why they're not all on. Okay, there's the overspeed. There we go. So I don't know what I pressed, but I got the blue lights on. Alright. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? We've still got the flashy cockpit. It's killing me a little bit. I'll get over it. Okay, but heading in towards RAF Coningsby now. Let's check the distance to go. There we go, 160 miles total range there, so around 100 miles. That'll go a lot quicker than it seems. And you can see the weather's clearing up a little bit, the clouds are breaking up a bit. This is live weather as well, although the time is different. The live weather is on, and obviously we know it's not perfect in game, but it has got a lot better recently. Yeah, I agree, Matthew. It's a beautiful colour to have in the cockpit. I'm glad they decided to put this one on. It's very nice. It's almost the correct blue for my channel, isn't it? Almost. Still not sure what's going on with these flashy textures. We are getting a lot of lag spikes recently since the last update, so it is just going to be very laggy, unfortunately. Every time it looks like the cockpit is pausing, that isn't the stream, it's the actual game. That's just how it is at the moment. The compromise is to turn down quality. I'm not willing to do that right now. I'll get over it. Ah, okay, interesting. So can you not see red at all, Stephen, then? Okay, there's Coningsby coming into range now, 40 miles away. RAF Coningsby, I believe, runway is orientated east to west. So we'll do a wide loop as we get a bit closer there. We'll maintain this altitude for now. What we might do is, I think I'm going to fly straight over the airfield, give you a top-down view from this altitude, and then we'll come in round to landing. We'll do a full tactical landing. That's the way they do it on the tactical airstrips. I know it's the way the Yanks do it anyway, is they fly directly over the actual airfield and then they loop around to turn. It's almost like they give it a visual once over before they come into land. I don't know if anyone's flying with me, Gene, but there's so basically I've turned on all players and I've got their name tags on as well, but it doesn't look like anyone's actually flying with me. They're just flying in the general area. In fact, what I'll do is I'll turn name tags off for now until if someone wants to come around, we will get the nameplates back on so we can see you in the stream. But for now, we'll keep those nameplates off, just because it's just something else for the game to render in. Oh, okay, Stephen. So that, yeah, I wouldn't want to see brown colour in the cockpit. Okay, something's definitely going on with the textures in here. It's a bit. I mean, that blue's disappeared completely there. It's probably something to do with how the sun's looking. See if I can change this time of day a little bit, make the light a bit different. There we go, that's much better. Position of the sun is everything. Still a bit of a flash of the textures down there, I'm not sure why that is. Okay, so we're going to go over the actual airfield itself. Yeah, I feel a bit alone now. Now I've turned the traffic nameplates on, but they weren't actually with me, so it's one of those, isn't it? Okay, so we'll drop down a little bit, around 6,000, get the air brakes on and kill the speed. So it's coming up now. It's about 20 miles to Coningsby, it's just ahead. It is a larger airbase, much longer runway, as I say, because it is for the fighter jets. Okay, down to 5,000, that'll do for now. So we'll hold at 5,000. And like I say, with Coningsby, this is one of the much better quality third-party airports. Gene, yeah, so it uses the auto trim if you put autopilot on. I don't have any trimming controls set, so I can't trim myself. I do need to set that up actually, especially if I'm going to be flying manually. But I don't mind holding the stick. Okay, so around 20 miles still, just under. Probably covered by the cloud at the moment. We'll probably see it last second again like we did last time. Down to 4,000. Okay, you see the beacons finally come on, and they've changed the position of the beacon, which is very helpful. I don't know if it's the correct place, but it's not in front of the cockpit, which is makes a massive difference. Okay, we'll go back to that outside view once we drop below 4,000 now, so we'll get up there. We'll go back to the outside view when we do actually get to Coningsby. Quite a distance out yet. 10 miles now. Okay, we've got some low cloud here, so we're going to drop below the cloud so we can see the actual airfield. Probably going to take us down to around 3,000. Didn't expect the cloud to be that low. Even lower. Okay, there we go. You can just see Coningsby coming into view ahead. And you can see the work that's been done on this. This is very much a pay-where standard airfield that's been made here by Ian McCartney. As I say, he made this for Flight Sim X, I believe, and he imported it over to Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. But again, we'll get a landing done. We'll land at Coningsby, do a loop round to the east and land, and then we'll explore in the drone cam, have a look at the actual airbase itself. So here we go then. This is RAF Coningsby. There are two versions out on flightsim.to. I've got the version that's made by Ian McCartney. There's a few subtle differences. Overall, they generally kind of look the same because it's the layout that's changed. But this one just has absolutely outstanding quality buildings. But you'll see when we get on the ground. I believe there's a couple of Hawks down there as well. Okay, we'll get some flaps on here and pull that speed down to a controllable level. Looping round to the east. Just get a glance, see if I can see the runway. No, but got a bit of a climb on there. Okay, there it is. So, probably going to land through the cloud to get to this one. Just see the tip of the runway there. Alright, so we need to lose some altitude. Got the flaps down now, so it's climbing a lot easier than it was before. Alright, let's increase this range a bit. We'll get to plan. No, we won't. We'll go to compass display like that. Flaps down again. Okay, so it is quite cloudy out here, quite misty as well, low down. You can see the patches of fog up ahead.
2,500.
That should put us almost on a correct bearing. There we go. Runway ahead. Gear down. You can see the patches of fog even over the airfield itself. slow this approach. This is a much longer runway than RAF Northolt, so we shouldn't have a problem taking off from here again. This is the fighter base, RAF Coningsby, located in the almost in the East Midlands kind of way, a little bit further north.
400.
Normal Eurofighters that are flying out of here we're visiting today in the C17. So I said this is made by Ian McCartney, a much better improvement on the standard game version, but you'll see as we come in the detail
50.
of this
30,
airport.
20. 10.
Okay, bit of a bounce there. The sound effect came on before we even touched down. Okay, welcome to RAF Coningsby. So I'm going to taxi round to the right on this one. We've just got some rain coming down as well as we come into land. I'm going to taxi to the right and we'll get a look over at the hangars there. I think we've got some aircraft parked up somewhere nearby. We'll have a look and see what we get. I might be wrong by saying this is the one with the Hawks. It might have been a Valley, which makes more sense because that's where Hawks do fly out of. Awesome, Gene. Glad you've enjoyed that. Okay, so let's go to the very end. So again, first thing you can notice is the fence lines. It's something that's lacking in regular flight sim airfields. I tell you what, we're gonna take a right here, and we'll do a drone cam view of this side of the airfield if we can. But you can see even the taxi lines and things like that, they're just a lot crisper. You have the strike marks on the actual runway where the jets have been. It just looks so much better. Now this is, as I say, this is a payware quality airport, 100%. People would pay for this, but Ian McCartney has put this out for free on flightsim.to. Okay, so you can see the English Electric Lightning there as well. So there's the Lightning aircraft. We're going to get into the drone view and have a look around the actual airfield. Okay, so there's the Lightning. You can see that there. This side is mainly utility style buildings, and then you've got a couple of large hangars, the tower put in there, and then even on this side he's gone to the effort of making the SLAM accommodation. Now SLAM accommodation, it stands for single living accommodation, and I believe M is model. Yeah, John, you missed the landing at Northolt, mate. So this is the accommodation for a lot of the military bases, especially the RAF bases. It's actually quite a good standard accommodation. I can vouch for that myself. But you pay for it. £70 a month for that, to live in one of them. Okay, so the rest, as you can see, he's got the hangars here, and he's even got a sign on top of the hangar. Look at that. Is that Babcock? I see. No, not quite Babcock, but DAE Systems, DENS, Royal Air Force Typhoon Maintenance Facility. That's awesome. Yeah, the runways are, I mean, it's a lot longer than the Northolt runway. So it's still got its CY designation. I didn't know it still had that. That's like the wartime designation there. So that's awesome if it's still actually got that. Okay, let's head over to the other side. So these are the protective hangars, I guess, for the Typhoons. Some of these are open. Let's have a look if we've got anything inside. No, but I imagine you can spawn in them, and if you do have a Typhoon or any sort of jet fighter, it'd be nice to spawn inside of them. He's even got a sort of blast protection there. That's fantastic, like a little air raid shelter. He's really put the work into this airfield. John, this is Coningsby, RAF Coningsby, made by Ian McCartney, free to download on flightsim.to. I'm really impressed with this. Like I say, this is a payware airfield, 100%. Is that he's even made the sewage facility a bit better. What have we got here? That kind of looks like a range wall, so possibly missed a range there. Another English Electric Lightning there as well. He must have that model downloaded, which is why he's putting 2 of them. What's that? Another starter. I'm looking for a 25 meter range. There's got to be one somewhere. Another sewage facility. I think he's missed the 25 meter range, which is a little bit of a shame. Well, that's a strange looking building. That almost looks like it could be a range in reality, and he may have just raised that by accident. You've even got the RAF refueler tankers here, which is a great little addition that he's put in. Possibly another range wall there. Ah, there we go. Is that it? No, that's not it. Never mind. So maybe he's missed the range, but there should be a 25 meter range. It's possible it could have been something like this. But he's got a water effect even on the little pool there. It's a shame I can't see a range. I don't know. There should be a 25 meter range at RAF Coningsby. Normally they are on this sort of side of the airfield, away from the terminal buildings. Let's have a look over this side. I feel like he may have missed it. You'll get to see a range when we're at RAF Valley. Okay. Right, that's enough. Right, okay, we are gonna head off now. There you go, a little bit of a fat from Andy there. 9,000 foot runway at Coningsby. I'm pretty sure we'll have made this to specification. In fact, I almost guarantee it. Okay, back to the cockpit. Right, let's head off to Leeming. So we'll take off the way we landed. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention as well was the fire tenders that we've got in here and the actual fire station. We're going to go past that now, so we get a good look at the fire station. Again, top quality there by Ian. A great job all round. So there's the fire station and the 2 fire tenders he's put in that Carmichael vehicle that you always see at the RAF bases. Oh, we're drifting off the taxiway there, getting overexcited. And then we're just passing the tower now, and then past that the accommodation blocks. Normally at an RAF airfield, this sort of building here would be the kind of officers' mess area. They normally get a view of the runway. And then the other ranks spend their time at the back of the airfield there, with the furthest to walk. That's where everyone has bikes. Ah! 25 meter range. He spoke too soon. Ian has not missed the 25 meter range. There it is. So that's a standard, like sort of World War II style 25 meter range. There is a specific name for it. I can't remember the name of it. It might be a gallery range. I think it is gallery range. Basically, all World War II bases had them. Yeah, you see them at most of the RAF airfields. Yeah, Chris, we're coming up north now. And John, I think it's... I don't know how long a range it does have, to be honest. It's capable... I think it's capable of flying from Germany to the UK. Because they used to do the repat flights through Germany, didn't they? Used to go from Afghan to Germany, I believe, and then get a refuel in Germany and then head to Bryce. That sounds a long range. Is it really that long a range? Are you sure about that? Okay, here we go then. So we'll get the flaps down, starters. Well, 10k is 6 miles, so it's around it's around a 6,000 mile range. So yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Okay, that's not right then. Here we go. Taking off out of Coningsby, we're gonna hang a right and head north, almost straight away. Gear up, flaps up. Get one last look at RAF Coningsby, made by Ian McCartney. Available on flightsim.to for free, absolutely free, definitely worth the download. And we're going to make our way over to RAF Leeming now. So RAF Leeming is made by Marwill. Okay, a lot of flight training goes on at RAF Leeming, so this is where you'd see the Hawks. The black painted Hawks, obviously not the red arrows. You may see the red arrows occasionally. But a lot of flight training in this area. Probably see a couple of Tucanos as well. I think they still use those. Yeah, Stephen, they're all available on flightsim.to. And all for free. Every single one of them's free. Just you wait till we get to RAF Valley, mate. You'll be blown away. It's fantastic. Guys, if you are watching and it's the first time you've watched, you've not done so already, please consider hitting that follow button. We have got a follower goal of 2,000. Unfortunately, the follower goal hasn't updated recently, but we are on the last few followers before 1,800. So hopefully we can reach that by the end of the stream. Please do consider hitting that follow button if you like this kind of flying. We are doing an RAF base tour today on Flight Sim 2020. All the bases I'm going to are completely free on flightsim.to. As I say, we're approaching RAF Leeming now. Okay, for some reason the C17 wants to kill me. I'll keep flaps on then, maybe. He's literally just decided to nosedive. Thanks for follow, Nick, thank you very much. Yeah, we're heading over to RAF Leeming now. Up in the northeast. Let's get the map up and then I'll show you where we're going. Okay, it's almost more directly north. We'll get a climb on so we stop getting this overspeed warning. Really high pitched climb in there. Whoa, absolutely flying through the altitude there. Okay, I'll try and level off without diving. There we go, come on to 11,000 feet very quickly. we'll get the speed down there. Okay, down to 10,000 and we'll hold that. No, I guess it's a short ranger. But then it's made to transport tanks and helicopters, isn't it? That's not bad though, a 4,500 mile range with 100,000 pounds of weight. That's not bad at all. Let's be honest. Okay, let's see how far we got to go. Yeah, so that's on the 160 mile range at the moment, so probably around 150 miles to go. We'll keep it on 40 there. Again, that'll come quite quickly. So this one made by Marwill, M-A-R-R-W-I-L-L, Marwill. I've not been to Leeming yet. I downloaded it the other day, so I've not been to this airfield, so I'm excited to see it. It's the first time I'm going to be gazing upon it as well. So hopefully it's a decent airfield. I don't know much about RAF Leeming. Never been there. I've never really been anywhere near it. So I can't tell you. There'll be someone a bit more qualified to tell you about Leeming than myself. But yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like in game. I'm hoping there's some nicely done buildings and some aircraft added in there. Don't forget, guys, if you are enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. Help me grow this channel. Chris, you're going to have to check your facts, man. John's checking them for you. Okay, so after we've hit Leeming, we're going to head down to RAF Valley and then all the way down to RAF St. Morgan or Newquay Airport. Valley is absolutely fantastic detail, really well done, and you'll see when we get there. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. It is one of the best available freeware airports. I guarantee it. There's a couple of things that I'd change, obviously, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know, John. What's the range to New York from London? Is it closer to 4,000? I'm not sure. Best keep an eye on the fuel as well. Actually, we might need to top up mid-air. 38. Nah, we're all right. We're okay. Let's have a look on the weight and balance left there. You see the tanks have been updated as well. Chris, we got no cargo today. Absolutely none. Not after the shenanigans the other day. So things have changed now. This this newer edition of the C17 has been updated a bit better in terms of payload and fuel balance and all that. So I don't think you can set the cargo overweight. Clearly, the other day the cargo was way overweight. You said earlier you got off the RAF website that there was £100,000 of cargo in this aircraft. I'm pretty sure the other day I managed to set near £470,000 of cargo. So yeah, you can see there already that things were wrong from the start, which is why we couldn't climb, and why when we finally landed the aircraft was bouncing up and down on the runway, because the nose wheel couldn't stay down because it was so heavy at the rear. Yeah, literally Antonov. Ah, okay, John. Yeah, so there you go. It can't make it. Oh yeah, I'd love the Antonov on here. That'd be fantastic. I'm more concerned about getting the A380 first though. The A380 is coming. Fly-by-wire are making the A380, and I can't wait till it's out. I know, it was just that comment at the end. Get the F off the runway. That made me laugh. I don't blame him. Well, I do blame him. He shouldn't have lost his cool for something as trivial as that. He should have just been like, what are you doing? But hey, you know, some people game because they enjoy it, some people feel they have to. I also got told I'm out of my depth. That's what I got told. If you see the comments on that video at the end there, one of the more recent comment, I think it's the second to last comment. Someone said you're out of your depth. They're professionals, you're not, and it shows. And I was like, well, they ain't professionals. Most of them are not professionals at all. Most of them are just people like me who have just learned something and decided to put it into use. They're not professionals. But I mean, if you have to be a professional to play a game, then what's the point of games? You know what I mean? Never try anything new. You might not be good at it for the first time. Remember that. Never try anything new. That's basically what that guy was saying. Don't try anything new. You might not be amazing at it. All right. We'll see about that. Okay, here we go then. So we're coming into Leeming now. So RAF Leeming, around 40 miles away. You can see some lights down there. I'm guessing that's the runway. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start the lineup now then. Oh. So let's get. We've actually got an airfield just in front of us there as well. Air brakes are on. We're gonna come down, do a circle to land from here, or something similar. Yeah, that guy didn't like my hold patterns either, Chris. He told me my hold patterns were wrong. Did you see that? You'll have to have a look at the comment. It's hilarious. That's the way it always is. That's the way it always is. You need experience before starting this job. That's how it is, isn't it? Okay, we're getting a little bit of lag on approach here. That's okay. I can deal with it. I can do this. Okay, RAF Leeming up ahead, I believe. 2 runways to choose from. Oh no, there it is. That's the one in the distance, I think. Yeah. That's close. I nearly landed at the wrong airfield then. There's a lot of airfields in this area. This is bomber country right here. Well, it's not. No, it's not the. It's not the what's known as bomber country. Is it Last Lincoln Way? So that's Coningsby. But this is certainly a lot of bomber airfields up north. Ex-bomber airfields. Well, that's the thing, Gene. As well. This is what I was thinking as well when this guy commented. I thought if I was a professional pilot, right, and my day job was landing an aircraft with ILS or whatever, I wouldn't come on here. I wouldn't come on here to relax by doing my day job. Would you? You know what I mean? It's one of them. Although saying that, I play military games. I don't know. It's one of them. It depends. Some people would, some people wouldn't. Yeah, Stephen, they're normally very helpful. They are normally very helpful. Obviously, the other day it was very busy, and I understand why the guy lost his temper with me a bit. What I didn't appreciate was the comment that came later on from a viewer as well. It was after I'd finished the stream. He didn't dare say it while I was streaming because he knew you guys would have jumped down his throat. But yeah, you just have a look. You just have a look at the comment that's on there after I finished the stream. It's the second from last comment, and he's just slating me. He obviously didn't like it, but that's up to him. Yeah, Chris, I am. Yeah. That's why I get so much time off, mate. Jason Jones, how you doing, mate? Okay, flaps full. No, it's something I keep close to my chest. It's not really the profession to be in if you're a streamer. No, Chris, I'm not in the TA, mate. Yeah, exactly, Stephen. I don't know, John. I've had a lot of run-ins. Okay, I'm gonna take the flaps up. I'm coming down. Sync rate's a little bit too much here. I've had a lot of run-ins with the ATC on the other side of the pond, mate. Yeah, you got it, Chris. That's. Oh wait, I shouldn't have told you that. Yeah. No, I'm in an infantry unit, mate. So it's one of them. If I expose myself as a streamer, I think I'd lose all credibility in my job overnight. So you gotta be careful with these things. Okay, we're a little bit low, but we're maintaining 400 here, so it's not too bad. Okay, coming into RAF Leeming here. Getting a little bit of crosswind there as well. Only 12 knot, but it was enough to throw the tail out slightly.
300.
Pappy lights showing low. This this airfield's runway is quite short looking at it actually. Oh, it might be alright, might be alright.
200.
Okay, we got a little bit of gust there. The gear are down. We'll go flaps full for the last bit. Gonna be a bumpy landing.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, not too bad. Ooh, all over. Right, this is RAF Lehman. I'm gonna be honest, it looks a little bare. Yeah, okay, we got some detail over there, right? Alright, let's go over to the right and we'll have a look. It looks like we've got two towers here. That tower actually looks quite nice. Okay, so this is made by Marwill. There are two runways here. One of them obviously now a civil runway. But let's go over and park. We'll go over and park to the terminal and then we'll have a little look around in the drone cam again. Okay, you got helo landing spots there as well. So anyone know anything about RAF Lehman? How is it active today in terms of what units are flying out of there or anything? If you do, shout up. Okay, there's looks like a ski ramp going downhill. Okay, we'll get over and park up in front of the hangars. Now you can see this is, I'm not saying he's built this, but this sort of designation of airfield, this is the old RAF sort of bomber layout. So there was normally 4 hangars, I believe, 4 of these sort of like pointed hangars. They'd normally be broadside this way. And there was like 1, 2, and then normally 3, 4, and then the tower in the middle with whatever building was behind that. Normally around 4 hangars. You can see these are fighter pens, so this will tie into the Tornadoes being here when they were here. There you go, James. Thank you very much for that. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know Americans were coming to Leeming. Interesting. It's good that that's happening though, because a lot of RAF space is just going unused, and a lot of it's now just being demolished, torn apart. History just destroyed in front of us. It's a real shame. Airfield I worked on last year, that's been sold. A lot of it's been ripped up. Okay, let's jump in the drone cam. Yeah, we'll keep the drone speed as it is there. Okay, so I'm thinking it's going to be pretty basic. Mainly these little fighter pens we've got, which is good. These all look very generic. I don't think he's done any work around here. These are definitely generic looking buildings, not airfield buildings at all. That's fine though. And you see the hangars here. Maybe he's done work on these hangars, not too sure. As I say, this is made by Marwill. It may have just been a layout and little fighter pen makeup of the airfield itself. So yeah, he's just dotted these sort of Nissan hut type hangars about really, and probably tidied up the taxiways and the runways, marked them a bit better. Oh, that tower's quite nice. It's even got screens in it. Look at that. Can we go inside there? Oh. Okay, that didn't work. No, is the answer. Oh, rolling. Okay, right, I'm gonna leave that. I've rolled the camera there. Ooh, ooh. There we go. Right, let's get up again. Yeah, so it's very basic, but I mean, everything's an improvement in it, and let's be honest, it's free, so you know you can't expect the world. Although, keep this in your minds now. Keep this fresh in your minds, and we're heading to RAF Valley next, and you'll see the difference. You will see the difference. Okay, right, let's get back inside the aircraft and get on our way to RAF Valley. So, as I say, this was made by Marwill. Again, available on flightsim.to. Okay, just give me a second here, I'll get rid of this this advertiser. There we go. Yeah, he's gone, don't worry about it. He is gone. Starting to get more and more regular. I must be popular. If the advertisers are turning up to spam on my stream, I must be doing something right. Okay, we'll get the flaps to position 2. We should be alright. That nice long runway. Well, longer than Northolt. Not as long as Coningsby. I think that's the second one we've had, actually. Second one. Oh, he's back. Is he back? No. Yeah, they can keep posting. Thanks for the follows, guys. Scott and Dodd, thank you very much for these follows. Okay. Chris, keep working at it, mate. Keep working at it. Timing's a big one as well, I've found. Timing's definitely a big one. If I stream too early in the morning, which sometimes I want to do, I end up with like 8 people max. Okay, so we're going to go to RAF Valley in North Wales next. So we're just leaving RAF Leeming now. This is RAF Leeming third-party content by Marwill. It's very, very basic, but everything's a little help. Brian, Mike, thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you very much. Keep hitting that follow button. We should have just surpassed 1,800 followers now, guys. Let me just check this. Let's have a look here. So I know the follow goal isn't up to date, so I'm gonna change that now. Okay, we have just hit 1,800 followers, so let's get outdated. So that's fantastic. That's 200 more to go till 2,000. Thank you very much, everyone who's followed so far. It's your follows that help me grow this channel. So thank you very much. Okay, there we go. And there's another follow, Matt. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, there is that, Chris. There is that, I suppose. Daniel, again, thank you for the follows. So these follows are coming streaming in now. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Every follow I get, like I say, helps me grow this channel, helps me reach more people, so thank you. Okay, here we go then. So, leaving RAF Leeming, and we're going to head towards RAF Valley next. As I say, RAF Valley in North Wales. It has been the home of the Red Arrows for a while, I believe, but I think that's changed recently. Leaving in the C17 here, out of our third stop along this tour of the UK's. Whoop, drifting there. We'll get up in the air quick. Out of the UK's third-party RAF bases. No, Chris, we're not. Unfortunately, I can't remember the map. I tried to do it the other day, and I kept getting lost. Andy, thank you very much for the stars, brother. Thank you very much. Fady, hey mate, welcome back. Good to see you again, mate. Okay, right. On our way to RAF Valley then. So RAF Valley is quite a large airbase. It's on Anglesey, so it's just off the northwest coast of Wales. You cross a little bridge. There's two ways to get into Anglesey. There's either the Menai Bridge, or I believe there's the tunnels now as well. Been a while since I've been to Anglesey, but you'd always, if you're on holiday in Anglesey, you always see the Red Arrows coming in and the Hawks flying around. So RAF Valley's certainly a base that has a special place in my heart, because it's probably one of the first. Being from Manchester, there's not really much RAF traffic, but going to Anglesey as a kid, I'd see the Red Arrows fly past all the time. So it's got like I say, a special place in my heart as one of my favourite RAF bases. So we're going to get there pretty soon. Yeah, the sky looks cool. I was just thinking that, it's distracting me actually. This part here especially, it looks awesome. We'll maintain this altitude if we can. We'll stay in at this level. You can see there's two layers of cloud here, and then this one breaks, and that's why it's so bright on the other side. So this is going to look good as we come through. I'll just show you where we're heading now. So we're just coming out of the northeast, heading down towards Anglesey now. We'll be skirting across the north of the country to get our way over there. Yeah, it looks good, Chris, doesn't it? It always looks good. Okay, we were flying quite stably there, and I've just taken the flaps up. Probably. Ah, right. Okay, Andy. That's what it is then. So they go there for sim training, right? That makes sense. It's a strange place if they put their. Yeah, you'd always still see them flying around, but it's a strange place to put their sim if they're based at Scampton. But okay. Yeah, I saw they were going through the move recently. Okay, here we go. We're going through this nice little cloud formation here. Almost like two tornadoes next to each other. Let's see if the wind picks up as we go past. We've got a 40 knot headwind at the moment at 10,000 feet. Getting a little bit blurry. Okay, no real change to the wind. It does look cool though. Awesome little formation. John, I'm not sure if I can barrel roll. I don't want to try it and ruin this flight. I can't tell you, unfortunately. If I do a barrel roll and the flight ends, then I'll have to start it all again from the menu and find the position I was at. So I don't want to be doing that. we'll leave that one for today. Okay, it's not a bad livery though. Obviously there's problems with it. There always are. More so with this aircraft because it is just a reskin. Yeah, it's not so much it's not so much the ability to do it, John, it's the it's the stress it puts on the aircraft. The game will just end if the stress is to a damageable amount, whereas in reality obviously you'd receive like stretch stress and things like that. The game will just end even if it's the slightest little bit of stress on the aircraft, so I don't want to do that. Awesome, Fady. Whereabouts on the west coast, mate? Welcome to the stream again, mate. That's cool, Stephen. So I've not seen the Red Arrows live that much, to be honest. I remember one time, when was it? The Commonwealth Games in Manchester. They flew straight over my house, right over my house. And I just remember the dog going running out and barking, which was funny to see. And I've seen them at the limited amount of air shows that I've been to. Of course, they've always been there. They always are. So I've probably seen them around about 6 times in real life. It's always a pleasure to watch the Red Arrows in formation. Like I say, I've seen 1 or 2 flying out of RAF Valley. Whether they were just there doing touch and goes or not, I don't know. So there used to be an air show locally near me. Those of you who know about the Vulcan bomber and any of its history will know the aerodrome. Woodford airfield in just in Wilmslow. Well, it's in Woodford, but it's on the border between Woodford and Wilmslow, and Hamforth as well, actually. But yeah, it's that was always the one to go and see, the little air show there. But they closed Woodford a few years ago. I think the last thing they were doing at Woodford was dismantling the Nimrods, which was a shame because they were refitting them, and loads of people got employed refitting the Nimrods. And then about 4 months into it, they decided to tear them all to pieces. It was such a travesty. So you can imagine those people that put all that time into making these Nimrods good to go and upgrading them, were absolutely devastated, knowing all their work was for nothing and they'd be losing their jobs at the end of it. And then Woodford closed quite soon after that, actually, and the air show was long gone before that as well. But we used to go up to a place called Alderley Edge and just sit on the rocks at Alderley Edge and watch the air show. It was like a higher than the actual airfield, and you could watch the air show from there, which was awesome. That was always good to see. Yeah, Fady, that's a big problem with a lot of people for this game, is the space. That and the CPU usage it takes up, as well as the RAM. It really is a power-hungry game. Okay, so range is set to 160. Oh, we're about to go through a nice cloud area. Here we go. Lovely. Should be coming out the other side soon. Range is set to 160. Still can't see Valley yet on the map. Oh, there's a formation for you. Look at that. Beautiful. We're going to go through the middle of that, so I'm going to lose a bit of altitude, bring it down to 10 again, and we'll head through that formation there. Watch the speed here. Clouds are looking awesome tonight. Absolutely awesome. They have done a lot of work with the weather. Oh yeah, Stephen, a laptop. It depends which laptop, but yeah, some would make it, but I wouldn't recommend using a laptop for this game. the formations are looking good tonight. I'm still waiting on my 3080. I've pre-ordered a 3080. I put the pre-order in December. Still waiting on that. I'll get it eventually. Just in the meantime, I think I'm around £850 down for that. Never. At the moment, I'm not going to see any return for it, so it needs to hurry up and get it, because I can't wait to get that in my computer. There's an art to building PCs. It's one of them. You're always trapped in. It's like a car that you buy on Lend-Lease. You're always trapped in with buying a new one, and it's the same with PC parts. There's an art to getting the part and then upgrading it quickly enough that you get your use out of it, but also that you're able to resell it for a decent amount of money after you've got your use out of it. Because if you don't, you're just throwing money down the pan. Because that's the problem with don't have Discord, Fady. Unfortunately, I'm looking at starting a channel, but I haven't done so yet. Omar, thank you very much for follow, mate. That's the problem with building gaming PCs. If you don't upgrade soon enough, you just throw the money down the pan. You really do. And in the meantime, you've sort of got to just trade off, like every now and then, a few £100 here and there when you resell the parts before they lose their value. Right, okay, RAF Valley coming into view there. On the map. Let's get a wider view of where we actually are. So there we are. That's just south of the Lake District there. I believe that's like Lancaster way. No, it's all right, Fady. I'll do it myself. Thank you very much, though. Appreciate you saying that, but I'm quite au fait with Discord. I just didn't really want a channel until recently. I will set one up though. But thanks for the offer, mate. Okay. So we don't want to lose the altitude just yet. We are still quite far away at the moment. We'll bring the range down. Now we know RAF Valley is in range, we'll bring it down to 40 miles and we'll keep an eye out. So heading out through Lancaster way towards that sort of area, starting to cross into the Irish Sea, and then heading towards, I keep diving, I need to keep an eye on my climb rate. Heading towards Anglesey from there. There's two airfields right next to each other with RAF Valley. Okay, thanks, Fady. Appreciate it, mate. I know where you are to ask if I need help. Thank you very much. Okay, let's keep the speed up a little bit. Heading through these cloud formations now. It does look good. Look at that backside of it there. Awesome. Oh, ice. Get the windshield on first of all. I'm panicking now. It's not letting me do it. Right, there we go. Anti-ice is on. We are overspeeding. I'm actually fighting to keep the nose up on this thing at the moment. You can see it keeps dropping. It's like it wants to land. Let's okay, no, it's not. I'm not happy with that. I need to get this trim up. work on trimming the aircraft. Brad, no! Mine doesn't, mate. You must have been eating something crazy. Okay, so you can just about see north coast of Wales up ahead, and Anglesey coming into view there as well. Probably around 100 miles away now to RAF Valley. As I say, there are two airfields right next to each other, so we'll have to make sure we land at the right one. I think Valley is in the far south-west corner, so I'll make sure I land at that one correctly. Okay, right, let's talk about who's made RAF Valley then. So, RAF Valley is a joint venture by Super Spud, who is well known on the flight sim world for making third-party content. He does some great stuff. And Skel 300. These guys work together on this. They've worked together on a couple of airports, but RAF Valley by far is their best work, and it is honestly it's a payware quality airfield. It took them a while. I think they were a bit disheartened by the end of it because it took them so long, but they did a great job. So hats off to them both for making this for free as well. Free for everyone to enjoy. So RAF Valley, you'll see when we get there, the quality's superb. There's loads of aircraft on the ground, loads to see. A couple of things I'd change. They've got a couple of models wrong. For instance, there's Merlin. There is a Merlin helicopter on the ground. Merlin is flown by the Navy now. The RAF doesn't fly it anymore. And also it's in some weird kind of like French colour, like a greeny browny camouflage mix. Whereas our Merlins are either green or grey. There's no camouflage to them. So I'd get rid of that. There's also an A400 that looks okay. It's a little bit suspect, almost like a flying shed. Again, I'd probably get rid of that if I was them. But other than that, the airfield is superb and spot on. So I really recommend this airfield, especially if you're looking to do the Mac loop into Wales. RAF Valley is an absolute must-have. It is a fantastic airfield as we get there, and you'll probably see when we get there might be some people on, although it is quite late now, coming up to 2300, so it might not be the case. Let's go autopilot on, and we'll go on a altitude hold there if we can. Autopilot's crashed, I think. That's alright. So I just need to go on autopilot a second. Just as we make our way towards Valley here. I'll keep auto throttle off, so I'll control the speed for now. Okay, this is the second to last stop of the flight, RAF Valley here. As I say, off the southwest side of Anglesey. After this, we're going to be heading down south to Cornwall, and we're going to go to RAF St Morgan. Okay, so you can see Anglesey ahead of us there now. As I say, Valley is on the southwest corner. We're going to pull down to 4,000 now. Take our time with it, we're in no rush. Get an outside view. Now obviously I've changed the time of day. The weather is live here though. How accurate it is I can't tell you. But this is live weather now. You can just see, that's beautiful, you can just see the edge of Snowdonia there. Snowdonia National Park, the mountains in Wales. That looks awesome. I think that is actually Snowdon as well, that one. It looks like Snowdon. Yeah, it does, it looks pretty good actually. It's either that one or it's a little bit further back, I'm pretty sure it's that one. Fun fact, I actually got engaged on Snowdon. If you're interested in that sort of thing. If not, keep an eye out on the landing. Here we go. Okay, down to 4,000 there, and as I say, I've had to leave it on autopilot. We're going to bring the heading round slightly. RAF Valleys are landing sort of east to west. So head in select mode on there now. Get the range down a bit. Okay, I'll keep it up so I can just see what's going on at least. And we'll bring this down to 3,000 now. Okay, we're going to go flaps 1. Is that overspeed again? Loves an overspeed. Flaps 2. It's not flaps 1 and 2, it's just, that's the control I've got. It's just via the Airbus sort of control. Okay, we're going to drop let's keep going here, and there's a valley there, so I'll keep going on a 3,000 altitude approach, and then we'll make a right turn. I'll take control and I'll bring her in, get the speed up slightly so we don't stall out. Range is still on 20 miles here. Love G, welcome to the stream, buddy. Glad you're liking it. Hey Jordan, how's it going, mate? Welcome. Okay, we're going to make that westerly turn very soon and make our approach into RAF Valley. As I say, RAF Valley made by Super Spud and Skel 300, free to download on flightsim.to. Just you wait till we get there, you will be very surprised at the quality of this airfield. I've probably built it up too much, but it is a great airfield. Yeah, I'm good, Jordan. Thanks for asking, mate. Thank you very much. Always good to be streaming. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've lined up correctly for the runway in terms of a turn here, so let's do this now. Autopilot off. And we're coming in now for a right-hand turn, heading westerly into RAF Valley. No ILS tonight, as I said earlier, we're not flying ILS. So there's RAF Valley there. There is another airfield very close to it actually. As is always the way with these ex-fighter bases, you normally have 3 airfields, 1 main and 2 satellites. So there you go, there you can see another airfield there, but that's the one we're going for. So we're actually going to head towards this other airfield and then make our turn towards Valley.
2,500.
Looking there as if that's Valley, and that's an airfield. It's not an airfield. What am I doing? That's a river. That's a river. There's the airfield. Somewhere there is an airfield very close to Valley. My eyes are going. I've obviously spent too much time on this computer. Okay, so we're going to continue as we are then, direct in towards the edge, and then we'll do the right-hand turn to land at RAF Valley there. You can already see some of the hangars coming into view. You get excited for this quality. I'll allow it. Get excited. It is good quality. I can't believe it's freeware, to be honest. Super Spud, Scale 300, if you are watching this at any point, thank you very much for releasing this airfield. I know I'm not the only one to think it's amazing. Okay, so the gear are down. Coming in now, right hand turn. It's going to line up nicely. Same, we're a little low. That's okay, there we go. Pappy lights are agreeing with us, we're at the right altitude now. And we'll just keep it there. Nice glide slope. Hey Mark, welcome back, buddy. The gear are down. Oh, we're getting a bit of lag. Flaps just before full there. Speed down. Nice long runway again at Valley. Shouldn't have to worry about stopping distance on this one. Bit of a crosswind though, 21 knots. So that's probably going to be a problem as we get on the runway. This thing does move all over the damn place, so this will be interesting. We are a little low now. 100 too soon. Okay, I'm fighting this crosswind.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Oh, here we go.
10.
Oh, rocking and a rolling. I was like a 20 knot crosswind as we landed there then. Okay, welcome to RAF Valley, everybody. So we'll go to the end. Man, that was quite a strong crosswind to land in. That one. It affected the plane quite a lot. Okay, so we'll go just a quick overview. We'll go to the right first. That's where all the detail is. Now they've done a lot of work on this airfield, a lot of work. It's a huge airfield as well, really well spread out. So you've got to keep that in mind as you look to things. As you look around and you might think, oh, it looks a bit sparse there. It is sparse. It's a well spread out airfield. You can see the capture system there as well. They've even put that in. I can't remember what it's called, but it basically captures the jets if they go too far off the end of the runway. That looks awesome. Yeah, I enjoyed that, Stephen. That was a decent landing, to be honest. Okay, so we're going to taxi to the main terminal section. You can see just a basic facility up here, probably like some sort of ammo storage or something. It used to be, maybe not anymore. Quite typical of ammo stores, that sort of bunkered shape there. Probably used to store mattresses or something now. Okay, but we're working our way over to the main terminal. As I say, this is completely free on flightsim.to. Made by Skell 300 and Super Spud. And you get a bit of a view as we go around. So you can see straight away they've updated all the taxi signs, the taxiways. This takes a long time, guys. This isn't just a quick fix. This is something that takes a lot of man hours. And they've done this all absolutely free. Yeah, Mike, there's that. I mean, I've not got any... oh, what am I thinking of? Any controller coverage at the moment, so there is that. So the reason the taxiways do look in it a bit iffy is you've got to think as well. This is laid on top of a standard airfield. Okay, we're parking in the fuel box here, or there or thereabouts. Mark, thank you very much for the stars, buddy. Brian, thank you for the follow. Okay, let's get in. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's get into drone view and have a look around. Okay, so this is where we are now. Obviously, we just landed on the runway, and the thing I want to draw your attention to is this capture system here. This must have taken a lot of time to put in. So that is obviously designed to capture the jets if they overshoot the runway. I think it just works on the wheels and just obviously snaps the wheels off and sends them into the dirt. Or grabs hold of the wheels. I'd imagine the wheels would collapse under that pressure. A bit of utility buildings over here. And then we get into the actual approach to the airfield. You can see it's even got a gatehouse. It's got fence line all the way around. I'm pretty sure they've put that bridge in. I know it looks daft, but that's the best you can do with flight sim, unfortunately, for bridges. Again, they've got the main guardhouse there and the approach point. A Hawk as a gate guardian. And then you've got the main airbase buildings themselves. Quite a scattered airbase. I imagine it used to go all the way out to here. Not sure if that's still part of the base or not. Possibly. Some airfields are split over roads and railway lines and things like that. Some aren't. But they've put in all the detail, including the UK style giveaway markers, things like that. And then we get over to the jet side of the airfield. Now you can see we've got a couple of Hawks sat there, but we've actually got a Typhoon and an F-16 here as well that they've put in. And these things do look good. Yeah, okay, it's the same model constantly, but it's the way it is. The Typhoon there as well. It'd be good if that Typhoon could be put in at Coningsby. Ian McCartney, maybe take that one. We've got all the airfield vehicles just dotted about. We've also got an open hangar, which I assume you can use with a Black Hawk in. I'd not seen that before. I didn't know there was a Black Hawk in there, so that's cool. That's hidden in there. Black Hawk helicopter hidden inside the hangar, and a load of drop tanks as well, which is good to see. They really have put the work in for this airfield. Okay, there's little things hidden in every nook and cranny, which is always good to see. The fuel in section there, the pole point, as we call it. And then we've got the firehouse. Oh, the grass. 2 Carmichael vehicles. And then just a red van. It always looks good there. The tower. Everything's looking good. Not sure what that building is, but they did their research for everything else, so probably that as well. Let's have a look in this hangar. What have we got hiding in this one? A tug and a pickup, that's okay. Okay, and there's Royal Air Force Station Valley, the little marker sign. Always good to see stuff like that thrown in. I feel like there's going to be more hidden that I need to look for now. All these buildings are like handcrafted as well, guys. You've got to remember that. The detail is really there. Okay, now we get to the other side of the airfield. Now, remember I said about the A400 and the Merlin that I'm not a fan of. You can see that there. Okay, we'll come to that in a second. Here's a little van, Royal Air Force Cadets. So there's always a cadet building at most Air Force bases, and it always has like a little Royal Air Force Cadets fan. That's a nice little touch. Unfinished hangar there, that's pretty cool. Oh, press the wrong button. I just want to adjust the drone speed, it is a little bit too fast. Interesting. Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, it's gone back to basics, that's because it's reset. Okay, there we go, that's better. Alright, let's get back to the buildings now. Let's see what's in this hangar, if anything. Nothing, it looks like, in this one. No, okay, that's fine. They've got one closed hangar. The other three are open, though, which is awesome. And then this is the police helicopter side, so you can see, obviously, it's not detailed to the max, but that is representing a UK police helicopter, and then this would be the police base. And then you've got the heli landing pads here as well. Okay, I think they've actually got rid of the Merlin, which is great. Really good to see. But here is the Air Force A400 that they've made. As I said, it looks a bit more like a flying shed, but they did make it from scratch, so fair play to them. They even made it with a tail ramp, which, to be fair, the guys who've done the C17 didn't even do that, so fair play to him for doing that. The Merlin was parked over here, so they've got rid of it, so that's good to see. I did message Super Spud and tell him that the Merlin shouldn't be there, because no, he's not got rid of it. There it is. Okay, you can already see why I don't like that Merlin. All right, what are these little vehicles we've got here? Road sweepers. It's awesome. I'm in love with it though. Apart from this thing, this hurts my eyes and upsets me. Okay, that shouldn't be there. The Royal Air Force don't fly Merlins anymore, and even if they did, they certainly don't look like that. But never mind, there's always something in there. Yeah, no one's perfect. But I really like this airfield, guys. I think, as you can tell, I'm spending a lot of time on this. This is one of the best available freeware airfields in game, I think. You've even got the little fire section there as well, which is always good to have. So as I say, made by Super Spud and Scale 300. You can pick this up on flightsim.to, absolutely free. Okay, let's get back to the aircraft then. We'll get a pushback there. Work our way back to the runway. Make our way to our final stop, which is RAF St. Morgan. It's also Newquay Airport. And that one is also made by Super Spud, interestingly enough. As I say, Super Spud does quite a lot of stuff, so does Scale 300. So we'll see RAF St. Morgan, and you'll see the detail there as well. Our last stop of the night is north coast of Cornwall. We're going to take off to the west and then head south. But I do hope you've enjoyed this so far, guys. If you have and you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. We're going to make our way out to this runway now and get in the air. Get the flaps down ready. Again, I will need to throw it on autopilot. I'm currently in the middle of something else as well here at the moment, so I will need to throw autopilot on. I'll take off first, and then we'll sort out the altitude and all that. Oh, the radar dish as well, I missed that one. The spinning radar dish. Awesome work. Okay. So again, you've got the jet capture system at both sides of the runway. They put that in on both sides. All over the place. Wow. Early climb out of that one.
Landing gear.
Gear up.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
God, it really wants to climb. We've got that 20 knot crosswind affecting us, so out to the west.
Landing gear.
And making a southerly turn now. Nice, coastline looks good there. Just want to make sure we don't end up stalling out. She really climbed hard on that one. I think the flaps were down further than I thought. I thought it was in position 2. There we go, out of danger, and over to autopilot. I'm going to set 7,000 on that one. Allow the autopilot to get us there. Woohoo! It's throwing the aircraft all over the place. Flaps fully up. Okay, and there's us heading out away from Valley in the background there. You can see it's all in the old Alpha style configuration, so in the shape of an A. But this runway has been lengthened considerably to allow the landing and taking off of jets. The other two out of use. Anglesey disappearing there, and heading down the west coast of Wales. Start to see Barmouth in view around there. Let's get that speed down, get rid of that sound. And we're heading towards the Pembroke coastline now. Down here we'll basically cross over, almost right over Pembroke. Enter the far extremities of the... oh no, this isn't Pembroke, this is the next bit. Pembroke's around here. And then we'll enter the far extremities of the Bristol Channel. We'll get auto throttle on for a second or two. Keep it around 340. I just need my hands free for the moment. This is the last part of the journey now, heading towards RAF St Morgan. As I say, it's got two sides to it, St Morgan. It's Newquay Airport, as well as being an RAF base. I don't know if it's still fully active. I assume it would be if it's still called RAF St Morgan. I'm not sure if Newquay Airport is still active either. I have a feeling that may have closed recently. But hey, we'll see. Yeah, this is the last leg of the journey now. So again, this airfield made by Super Spud, another great quality airfield by Super Spud. So I do hope you enjoy this one as much as the others have been good as well. I've been to this one before as well since I downloaded it, so I do know it's quite a decent quality. I hope you have enjoyed the stream so far. It's been a while since I've done a sort of tour. The idea of this being to show you guys what is available out there for free, and what the place to get them, and who to look out for in terms of names of developers. Definitely. These RAF bases, although not limited to RAF bases, some of the RAF bases are the better free downloads you can get. There are plenty of civil airfields as well, and loads of little glider clubs and things like that you can get on flightsim.to, so it's definitely worth checking out if you do have the game. But also it gives me a chance to visit these places that I've downloaded. Most of the time when I'm streaming, I'm just going to the big places, the places that everyone knows. But it's nice to visit these smaller places and see the scenery as well as we come. I was coming through Wales here, seeing the mountains. It's beautiful. It's always good to see. Okay, she's not following the navigation. We'll get LNav on. There we go, that's interesting. I don't know why it did a sharp right bank then, because I thought it was going in line with the flight plan, but no, it's completely left it out. Getting these flashing lights in the cockpit here again. As I said before, still not too sure why that is. Richard, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. We'll get the range up to 160 again, so we get the early warning of when RAF St Morgan is coming into view. Glenn, thanks for the follow as well. I don't know if I shouted that out before, but thank you very much. Every follow I get, guys, if you've not done so already, helps me grow this channel, so please hit that follow button. Or at least consider it. Think about doing it. You don't have to do it, just think about it. Beautiful outlook of weather here right now. This is live weather. Obviously it's not live time because it's currently 20 to midnight here in the UK. So believe it or not, it'll be a little bit darker than this. Yeah, this is the final stop on our tour tonight. RAF St Morgan in Cornwall. Pretty basic crossing. As I say, we're off the west coast of Wales now. We're going to cross over the Pembrokeshire sort of way, and then we'll be over the Bristol Channel, basically the same width body of water until we get to RAF St Morgan. Okay. So we are actually going quite fast, considering the engines don't sound like they're doing much. Let's see if... Yeah, okay, so it is in range there. Out to 320. This is the longest leg we've done tonight. Mainly across sea. Could have really thrown another airfield in, maybe in the centre of Wales to break it up, but time-wise we just didn't have it. It's going to be about midnight by the time this stream's done, I think. So you can see we are approaching the Pembrokeshire coastline now. That's Pembroke there. Beautiful part of Wales, West Wales known as. Really beautiful place to go on holiday or vacation, if you want to call it that. The beaches there are absolutely fantastic. Some of the best beaches in the UK, definitely, especially around this sort of area. So highly recommend that. As we'll fly over, I'm sure it'll just look very generic and very much like everything else does in Flight Sim, but in reality it's a very beautiful part of the UK. Keanu, thanks for the follow, buddy. Thank you very much. Then we're going to work our way across to Cornwall again, another beautiful part of the UK. Funny how both two of the probably the most beautiful parts of the UK are right next to each other there. Literally just go to the southwest of the UK, Wales and England, and that's all you need to see. Forget everything else. No, I joke of course. I love my country very much. All parts of it. Well, maybe not all parts. But yeah, we're coming into Pembrokeshire way now, and then we'll leave Wales, head towards England, the very southern tip of England really. Land's End not too far from where we're going, St Morgan's now. Land's End obviously being there, LND, and that's where we're going, RAF St Morgan. Great scones in Cornwall. If you ever do find yourself crossing through Cornwall, I recommend going and getting a scone or a scone. Definitely a scone. Just don't ask them whether it's the jam or the cream first, because you'll cause an argument. Here we go though, right, okay. I can finally take control again. Autopilot off and auto throttle off, there we go. Okay, she's actually going to hold alright, I think. Might get to a point where it decides to dive again like it has been doing all night, and it might try and kill me. I've been doing a lot of talking tonight and I've not got a drink. I'm also very dry. I'm looking forward to this finish because I am thirsty. I think I'm going to celebrate with a beer. It's been a very successful stream and I've enjoyed it very much. I hope you guys have too. Okay, so the decel point's not too far away, around 160 miles away. Make sure we're flying the flight plan to start with. It's always a pleasure flying the C17. It looks fantastic, even though it doesn't handle how it should, but it'll get there eventually. I'm sure people are going to work on this because there's a distinct lack of work in military aircraft in this game, as those of you who've got it will know. And this is one of the workhorse of a lot of militaries across the world. So, for them not to do the C17 was a massive oversight in my eyes. Massive oversight, but it's here now, and it's third party. It's working, kind of, but it works all right. This is available on flightsim.to as well for absolutely free, so if you're thinking of buying the CRJ Aerosoft stuff, have a look on flightsim.to first, because there's loads of free stuff on there. I'm a cheapskate, and I absolutely recommend being a cheapskate, because there's so much good free content on that website. It's worth checking out. Stephen, I'm glad you think so, mate, and I'm glad you've learned a little bit more as well. It's always a pleasure playing this game and talking to you guys. It's always good to see the regulars coming along and having a chat with me as well. So thanks a lot for being here. No, in all seriously, I'll go back on what I said about the CRJ. I've not got it yet. I am thinking of getting it. It's probably going to be the first aircraft that I do buy because I've always wanted to fly the CRJ 700 in a game. It does look good, and there's been a lot of good reviews about it if you have been looking into it. So just make sure you do your research. There's a lot of bad content out there. There really is, and some of it is payware. 737 for instance, so be careful what you pay for, but at least if it's free you get to try it, and if you don't like it you just uninstall it. It's simple like that. The only thing I've bought for this game, and I regret doing it, is the Orbex London software. So I bought the Orbex London software and it was great, you know, it looked absolutely fantastic, but then the UK update came and it all looked great anyway, but also it broke the Orbex software, and I now can't use that software that I've paid for. And there's just no way to get your money back. It's pretty scandalous, really. Yeah, that'll leave a bitter taste in my mouth for a long time, I'm sure. But never mind, because we got a free C17. So what else? What else do you want? You know what I mean? It's all worth it in the end. I'm sure eventually a Hercules will come along. Okay, so we are starting descent a little early there. We'll hold off at 5,000. We're still not over the Welsh coast yet. What I will do though is I'll get below. I think we're over Haverford West at the moment. I think that's Haverford Airfield there. I'm not too sure. I'll get just below the clouds. So we can see something, and we should just about see Cornwall coming into view. Okay, we're getting a little too low here. A little too low. Maybe below the clouds wasn't the best idea. Okay, we'll try and hold around 4,000. As I've said all through the stream, it is quite difficult to keep this aircraft up when it's not on autopilot. It sort of goes down and then it goes up, and it's just floating all over the place. I've not got the trim set, that's probably why. But if I'm hand flying, trimming is a sort of autopilot in itself, isn't it, really, let's be honest. Okay, let's have a look at the map now. So we're making our way. This is the Bristol Channel now, just the very far extremities of the Bristol Channel. You just about catch all the dredge that comes out of the Bristol Channel. We're making our way over there now. I believe we're actually near Tenby. This looks like it could be Tenby here. In fact, yeah, I think it is Tenby, and then that'd be Barrafundle, possibly. Or is Barrafundle a little further up? Possibly there. I'm not sure. Is that right? Is that where Tenby is, or is it further that way? That's Swansea. That's Pembury, that's not Pembroke. So yeah, this is like Tenby way. So Pembury, interesting fact about Pembury, or might be interesting to you, I don't know. In World War II, a a Fokker-Wulf, a German pilot flying a Fokker-Wulf 190, had been over London fighting, and he made his way to the Bristol Channel here and thought it was the English Channel. And so I think he came down this way and then started crossing the Bristol Channel, thinking it was the English Channel, not realising he was going north instead of south, or southwest, southeast. He was actually going north, which obviously is pretty daft thing to do. But yeah, he crossed the Bristol Channel thinking it was the English Channel, and he landed at Pembury Airfield because he was low on fuel and it was the first airfield he got to, thinking he was in France and safe. He landed at Pembury Airfield, obviously met by the RAF police or RAF regiment, or whatever they were back then, waiting to arrest him. And he gave the Allies the first example of the working Fokker-Wulf. Like, completely nothing wrong with it other than it was low on fuel. It really helped in the design of aircraft for the next few years because the Fokker-Wulfs were really fast and they flew high. Air-cooled engine on those things as well. So they needed to study one that was intact, and he gave us that. A bit of a sad story really, because I think if you read into it, I think he actually tried to commit suicide because of the shame of handing over that technology to the Allies. He tried a couple of escape attempts and was unsuccessful as well. But yeah, it's you got to feel for the guy, but navigation's important. You got to know where you are. Okay, the clouds are really low over the Bristol Channel here now. Let's have a look at the actual range of the distance. So we'll maintain around 4,000 because we have got quite a while to go yet. Still not in 40 miles. Let's see how we do. Okay, so this is the last stop on the tour tonight. As I said, RAF St Morgan, Newquay Airport, made by Super Spud, and again completely free on flightsim.to. If you guys have got FlightSim, I'd highly recommend that site. I get my liveries from there. I got this aircraft from there, and I get all the airports from there as well for free, all completely free. Okay, I think we've just got eyes on Cornwall there. Yeah, you can see Cornwall in the distance coming into view. Get a little bit of a speed on. It's always a pleasure to fly around the UK and show you guys some of my home country. I know we got quite a lot of people from Asia who come and watch this channel, and a lot of guys from the US as well who pop in. So it's always good to show you guys a little bit of home. So I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. It's been an absolute pleasure for myself. Again, what I'll do is I'll land at RAF St Morgan and I'll show you the actual airfield so you get eyes on the third-party content that's been put into there. So we'll do a little tour of the airfield before I do end the stream. Still want to maintain around 4,000 if we can. It just doesn't like to stay in one place or the other. It seems to want to climb or descend. I think even if I did have access to trimming, I wouldn't know where to put it because I'm literally up and down the whole time. It's just not consistent. I Just can't seem to hold it level. It's either one or the other. Try and get the speed up a little bit. Make our way over to Cornwall a bit quicker. You can see it there now though, it's coming into range. Okay, RAF St Morgan is pretty much right on the coastline as well. Hopefully we'll see the lights not too long time. Let's have a look out there. Okay, nothing just yet. We'll climb right up to 5,000 there. Still getting the flashing lights inside this cockpit here. I'm not too sure what's going on. I'm gonna mention that because it's really hurting my eyes. I'm gonna put a comment on flightsim.to about that. I'm pretty sure this flickering is something to do with this texture. Who knows? Okay, let's have a look at what range we're looking at. Okay, so around, what was it, 80 there? So yeah, around 60 miles to go. That'll come around very quickly. Yeah, Stephen, it's possible. It is possible. Let's try and turn off all the lighting. See if it makes a difference. I'm still seeing it there. No. No. Yeah, it's right in the middle there. It seems to be a spot that's not lit. That's all the cockpit lighting off now. It's to do with the sun position, so I'm gonna mention it anyway and see what he says. He might just say it's just a flight sim issue, but hopefully he has some idea of how to stop it doing that. It's quite distracting. Okay, so RAF St Morgan coming into view on the radar there. I have flown here before, but I can't remember the approach, so I don't know where it is. Is that it there? That's possibly it. I thought it was more on the coastline, but never mind. No, that's not it, because it's... That's as aligned now. Could be here, not too sure. Trying to look for flat scenery. Okay, we might need to fly over this one to land at it. Don't need to worry about the master caution. Okay, we'll start the descent anyway. Coming in now, 30 miles-ish. Get us down to 3,000. You can see the scenery coming to life as we come into Cornwall now. I'm not too sure how accurate the scenery is. Obviously they've had the UK overhaul recently, so it's possible it's in a good condition. Okay, there's 3,000. Let's try and hold that. $20 miles out, direct ahead. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the active. This is an old disused runway. This is the active here. We're going to head around on the loop and in. So we'll go around via the coastline, get some nice views before we do come into land. Start descending here now as well. It's flaps 1. See, the aircraft's fighting me now. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Okay, so that's the flaps 2 position, what would be on the Airbus. That's around 15% flaps, 15 degrees of flaps. Yeah, I can see it there. I don't see anything on the right, buddy. Let's just double check the heading of this runway. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, flaps down a little bit more, and we're going to go gear down now as well. Going to maintain altitude for now if we can. Here we go into RAF St. Morgan. Pappy lights are showing too low, I think. Well, it might be all right. Gonna start descending again. Flaps full now. Gonna get a little buzz. There it is, and gone. Here we go then. RAF St. Morgan, made by Super Spud. More third-party content you can get off flightsim.to for free. What have we got? 11 knot crosswind. It's going to push us nicely into line with the runway. There it is. We're going a little bit further over though. A little bit too low, but the glide's okay, so I'll hold it where it is. Crosswind's going to push us back over, and we're lined up now.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
I've had a couple of crosswind landings tonight. Okay, welcome to RAF St. Morgan, everyone. Alright, we're going to take a left at the end of the runway this time and head our way round past the Coast Guard terminal that's there. And there's a little fire plane there as well. Okay, oh, there's another Coast Guard helicopter there actually as well, so that's 2 of them. Awesome. Okay, so as I say, this is the freeware RAF St. Morgan by Super Spud. Available on flightsim.to. I know I've said it enough, but I'll say it again. I'm going to give you a quick little tour. We'll go park up the aircraft first, and we'll make our way past the scenery as we do. This is the last stop of the night. It's been great. We left from Brize Norton, which isn't any sort of third party. It's just stock. But I'm very desperate for someone to do a third party Brize. As I love Brize Norton. I think it's a fantastic place. Very busy airbase. So we left out of Brize, went to Northolt, and then we headed up towards Coningsby, and then we went to Leeming. Then we just hit Valley, and now we've finally landed in RAF St. Morgan. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We're going to taxi to the main part of the airport, and then I'll give you the little tour. But as we go past here, obviously is the firefighting section. We've got the fire engine there as well as the dummy plane. Always a strange colour, those things, like a rusted steel, aren't they? I suppose that's probably what they are. Okay, and then we've got the actual fire station, and then after that is the Coast Guard station. You can see the Coast Guard helicopter there. I think they're Augusta Westlands. Those helicopters, that looks cool. We'll come back to that in a second. And then I suppose terminal would be out there, I suppose. A couple of aircraft parked up. We're going to go and have a look at them. We'll park up here on the right, up ahead. They've definitely improved the steering on this thing. I can steer a lot easier. I mean, I'm still using engines, but it works. That's the main thing. Okay, there we are. Right, let's get into the showcase view, and yeah, we'll keep the drone speed as it is there. Where are we? Is it still at Valley? Yeah, okay, I need to bring that back. Oh no, it wasn't at Valley, never mind. They just all look the same, these RAF airfields, don't they? Right, okay. So here we are then. Newquay Airport, or RAF St. Morgan. As I say, third-party content by Super Spud. Gonna have a quick little view. So first thing we've got that's grabbing my eye is the Skybus. Interesting. Strange-looking one. Looks like a King Air style aircraft. We'll head over here to the radar tower, which is pretty cool. It's always nice to see those things working as well. And here we've got an aircraft museum. This is fantastic. Look at this. SR-71, Tornado, Harrier, Electric Lightning. Is that an F4? Or is it a Super Streak or whatever they were called? Not too sure what that is. Is it a Picaro? That's one of the Argentinian ones, isn't it? Again, I can't name them, but this is cool. A little aircraft museum. I did not notice this the last time I was there. One of the old troop transport aircraft. And then we've got the extremities of the airfield as well, which is always good to see. He's putting detail all over the place. And now a BA Queen of the Skies there as well, rotting away, waiting to die, which is sad. Always sad to see. Engineless 737, interesting. Okay, that's a great little addition though, that little aircraft museum. It's always cool to see stuff like that. Okay, let's go over this side then. So again, more extreme extremity buildings here. Like, oh, I hate that. There's always a button to reset, and I always click it by accident. So we were over here. So more extremity buildings. It's always good to see that little bit of extra detail even outside the airfield. We've got the tower there with the old World War II designation, which is always good to see. St. Morgan, SM. A little bus depot. That's cool. Hangar and bay area. And then I did see a helicopter over here as well, so we'll get over here. Have a look at that. The gritters, the snow clearers. That's cool. Snow plows. Okay, another in Coast Guard livery as well. And it's down as a Eurocopter. That's pretty cool. That'd be better if it was in police livery, though, I think. And then we'll go over to the fire section. The firefighting training plane, as well as fire engine there. And then we'll head over to the fire station and the Coast Guard station as well. I wanted to see what was out the back here. There seemed to be something else. Oh, it's just two little red trucks. But yeah, again, the Carmichael's there lined out. He's done a great job on this. This is, again, some superb work. And then the rescue helicopter, that's fantastic. There you go, AW139 Augusta Westland. Fantastic stuff. I'm sure their models were imported because they're good-looking models. Basic car park here, pretty good. Another tower. Always seems to be two towers in these things. And yeah, you've even got the sort of passageway to the gates there. That's cool. Great stuff. And then the terminal building up ahead. Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the stream. I hope you've enjoyed it tonight. I'm just going to throw it in the cockpit mode. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button and help me grow this channel. And you'll be able to get notified when I next stream. Oh, is that a game crash just in time? Brilliant. Okay, well, it's ending anyway. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure tonight. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will catch you guys next time. Don't forget to hit that follow button. Stephen, thanks for the chat, mate. It's been a pleasure. See you next time, guys.